So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I want to dive into today includes Sony first-party games releasing this year, Xbox games coming to PlayStation confirmed, and the PlayStation 5 Pro Price update. First, yes or no, have you played Astrobot on PlayStation 5 or not? We're going to talk about Sony first-party later on in the video, but before that, I'm curious, how many of you have actually played Astrobot on your PlayStation 5? So comment below, yes or no, if you played Astrobot on PlayStation 5 or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Xbox games coming to PlayStation confirmed. Reading from Engadget, times are changing at Xbox. The brand's leaders have confirmed plans to bring more Xbox games to other platforms. That almost definitely means PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. Both of those consoles have a far larger install base than Xbox Series XS, which are estimated to have shipped about a combined 27 million units compared with 54.8 million PS5s and nearly 140 million Nintendo Switches. On the latest edition of the Xbox official podcast, Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer says his team is bringing 4 of its games to other consoles. He didn't name the titles, but contrary to previous rumors, Starfield and Indiana Jones and The Great Circle are not coming to PlayStation 5 or Nintendo Switch for now. Reports have suggested that Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, Halo, and Gears of War would be among those crossing the Great Divide. Spencer did confirm that the Xbox games that are coming to PlayStation and Switch have been on Xbox and PC for at least a year already. A couple of the games are community-driven games, new games, kind of first iterations of a franchise that have reached their full potential. Let's say on Xbox and PC, there's always growth, franchises that we obviously want to continue to invest in, he said. So this is the first confirmation of potentially more games coming to other platforms. I'm happy they're not going full third party yet, but this kind of sounds like a test run. The games that are apparently launching on PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch includes Sea of Thieves, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, and Grounded. Sea of Thieves and Grounded are multiplayer games, so those make sense, but Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment are single-player games that you'd think they'd want to keep exclusive. Starfield and Indiana Jones coming to PlayStation 5 still also seem like possibilities in the future, maybe a year or so down the line. I honestly wonder if Starfield would have came to PlayStation 5 this year, since it passes the 1-year threshold later this year, obviously, like they have for the other titles. And would it have come if there wasn't such a big pushback this last week? But we'll see how this goes. Are you guys going to buy any of these games coming to PlayStation? That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Before we get to the next story, we're almost at 100K, guys. So if you enjoyed the video so far and have been enjoying my videos, of course, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done so yet, we're almost there.
You and your partners have a singular goal in mind: taking down the bosses of Vandalay Technologies.
Now, diving into the second story of the video, first-party PlayStation games coming this year. So recently, we talked about how Sony confirmed that they are not releasing any first-party major existing franchises this year, like a God of War or a Spider-Man. So don't go expecting something like Ghost of Tsushima 2 to come out until the earliest being April 2025. The thing about that wording, though, is that it doesn't rule out new IP from first-party studios. Those could still come out this year. We actually have Concord, which is a new IP by first party coming this year, but there could be more. The other way this can be taken is that this could also mean first party existing franchise titles that Sony might not consider to be major, like Astrobot, for example, and this is where today's story comes in. Jeff Grubb has stated that he's heard a new Astrobot could be launching this year. Reading from VGC, we already know Rise of the Ronin is coming. We know that Concord, one of the live service games, is scheduled to come out this year. That's the stuff that's scheduled for sure, he said. And then it's like there might be new game entries in franchises that already exist. They just might not be major in PlayStation's eyes when they're talking to investors. They said God of War, they said Spider-Man. These are the franchises that sell 50 million copies lifetime or more. Grubb added, I've heard maybe Astro does happen this year, so if that happens, that's pretty big for me. I get why Sony's not thinking that's a major one for us, at least not yet. Hopefully, they could turn it into a major one and then a lot of this changes around. So this one is exciting. I've been wanting another Astrobot game, and I'm hoping this one is a hybrid title. Team Asobi show other people how this is done, especially first-party studios. Release more hybrid titles for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation VR 2. The game could also probably be some type of showcase for the PlayStation 5 Pro that's reportedly launching later this year. I just hope this is a full Astrobot game this time around. The IP definitely deserves it. But you guys let me know if you'd like another Astrobot game or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, the PlayStation 5 Pro price update. So apparently Moore's Law is Dead is back again to talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro. This time around he spoke on the potential price of the console. He said this recently, reading from WCCF Tech. Moore's Law is Dead talks about a price point for the rumored PlayStation 5 Pro model, which could be as low as $500 for a model without a disk drive. According to the YouTuber, the price to make the Pro model isn't vastly more than the current PS5 model cost to make back in 2020. From what I'm seeing here, I mean still 16 gigabytes of RAM, not even 20 gigabytes, so they can go for the cheapest RAM cost, probably lower than when they launched the PlayStation 5. He added, I'm not seeing anything in this console that really makes the price to make it late this year more than the price to make a PlayStation 5 back in 2020. Not drastically more, maybe a little bit more, but not drastically more. So I was personally going on the possibility that Sony's increased the price of the PlayStation 5 digital edition for the slim model from $399 to $449 because of the Pro coming out later this year. My assumption is that they'll do what they did with the PlayStation 4 Pro, and that's just release it at the price of the current model. So $449 and $499 for the digital and disc versions of the Pro models respectively, and drop the base console prices to maybe $349 and $399 come later this year. So you'll have $349, $399, $449, and $499, and that's the line from the base digital slim to the disc version of the Pro model. I also gave the option of $499 for the digital Pro, similar to Moore's Law is Dead, and $549 for the disc Pro as another possibility. I just don't see this thing being $599, for example. Sony has been discounting the PlayStation 5 right now multiple times. They've been doing it, especially across the holidays, and they see a decline on console sales this year. And while the Pro isn't necessarily the big console, to sell to everyone, like the cheaper base model, selling it at $599 won't help. And having something at $349, $399, $449, and $499 is just a better reach of consumers, and the marketing would also be better. More power, same great price, that type of marketing for the Pro. We'll see how this goes come September when this is potentially revealed, but you guys let me know what price you think the PlayStation 5 Pro should be. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is a part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with ready for the power. If you're excited for the PlayStation 5 Pro like I am, destroy the comment section with ready for the power, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.